Today what I'm going to show you is, I've heard this question repeatedly in many groups. I've seen people talk it on a live, and I want to take the fear factor out of this for everybody. So, what is the difference between a card and a scrapbook page? If you've only been making cards, but you wish you could somehow make at least a couple special scrapbook pages for your family and save them for eternity, or at least the next 100 years, if you do it right, I want to show that to you. If you've only been making scrapbook pages and you want to learn how to make a card, I'm here to show you. It is nothing at all to be terrified of. And I'm going to show you some tips and tricks about this as I go along. So, I'm going to show you just some bare bones. Let me switch my camera. Go overview. There we go. Okay, get my phone out of the way for you guys. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay. And as anybody that ever watches me knows, my desk is always a terrific nightmare, so I apologize in advance, but that is how I roll. Okay. I want you guys to look at this. We're not pinned down yet. I haven't glued the rest of it down. I did cut things out ahead of time just for time's sake, because if you've gone live with me before, you know I'm kind of chatty. Okay, this right here is a scrapbook page. I have a title. I'm going to ask you guys where you think it should go. I have a few embellishments. I'm not done. And I have what would be in a card maker's pocketbook, a card front. But I'm using this funny stamp that says, "You're how old?" This is my mom, who, as many of you that follow me know, I lost her last September. And she was 91. This is her 85th birthday before she fell and started to break things, and she was riding a bull on her 84th birthday, one of those mechanical bull things, and swinging around a handkerchief and going, "Woohoo!" And if you know my mom, you would understand. If you knew my mom, she was quite the fun party girl. So I'm trying to figure out where I want things on this, and I'm going to get you guys' opinion. And I'm going to need some help in the chat as well. So I'm going to see, I don't think I have ever made anybody a moderator. And I can't see my chat. That's my problem. So I'm going to go on YouTube on my phone while we're talking on this. Oh wait, go to the video to get the chat. I would, Melody, if I could only find the video. Let's see. Maybe it'll show it to me now. Melody, am I just going to the history, the videos? It's not here. Oh wait, I have to go live. I have to click. Duh. Okay. There you go. Okay, so I want to make somebody a moderator. And I can't figure out where to do that out on here, but I'm going to do it on my phone. Okay, so I want you guys, while I'm piddling around on my phone here, I want you to notice that there's a card front down here. This is a 5x7 card front. I did it on purpose because we're going to do a little embellishing. Where, Melody? We're going to do a little embellishing. I'm going to ask you where again. This is, and I'll show you. Let me grab it real quick. I forgot to take it out. And by the way, there's a giveaway in here. Okay. This is the last day of the huge February sale called Stamptacular for Close to My Heart. And they have amazing stamps. This is this set right here. And the die. And I could show you some tips and tricks about that if you're kind of new to this, but I used this stamp set, which is on sale. All of the stamps, except for a select few, but almost all of them are on sale right now through the end of the day, which is midnight Mountain Time, for 35 to 50% off, including stamps with dies, which is my favorite. I love my Cricut. And part of this is cut out on the Cricut, and you're going to see that, but I also love my stamps and dies. So here, I still can't find it. I don't know why. I can't get the pop out to work, Mel. Here we are. Okay, let me open this. Hold on, let me open this. Hold on. You can't see my desk right now? Is that what you said, Kim? Okay, hold on. Let me change my camera. Oh yeah, you should be able to see my desk. And this is the stamp set. Oh, I was showing it the other way. This is the hilarious stamp set. And we always used to tell her she never acted her age, my mom. And then it has dies. And here's a good hint, you guys. when you're cutting out one thing with a die, for goodness sakes, you're already doing it. Cut out a couple more, throw them in with the stamps and the dies. And I love the fact that Close to My Heart's dies already come on a magnet sheet included, so you don't have to go out and buy magnets or anything for them. But throw it in here with the rest of it. And I did another sentiment and threw it in here. So if I have to run out of the house in 15 minutes, guess what? I have a card. Oh, I'm on my face still, aren't I? Okay. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath because this got a weird start. Technology-wise, none of my cameras were working. So I'm going to start over. This is what I'm showing you. This is this. And this is this for my card front. It's the same thing. It's a set of stamps that are included in the Stamptacular SALE. And it's down below in the description, or it should be. If it's not, it's bit.ly/Glenda Stamptacular. And maybe somebody can type that in for me. But please, when you cut out, if you're already messing with a die cut machine, and Cricut is the same, cut yourself an extra thing here. Stamp yourself an extra sentiment. So we're starting off with this group of items here. I have all kinds of tools and paraphernalia laying on my desk, but I want to take this fear factor that everybody seems to have. Oh, I've never made a scrapbook page, or I've never made a card. Let me tell you guys something. I was a scrapbooker and have been a scrapbooker for possibly most of my life, according to my mom. And I didn't make cards. And I've told this story many times, so I apologize if you've heard it. But I am somebody who started making cards simply, and I mean truthfully, simply, out of self-defense. Because I had so much paper, because I'm kind of a paper person. Like when a paper pack is really pretty, like this one. This is a paper pack called Celebrate Today. And I cut these outer mats bigger because I just love this paper, and today's the last day to order it. It's in the January, February catalog. So if you like this paper with all kinds of beautiful colors, I don't know how many colors are in it, but there's a lot. Almost everything in the color family is in here, except, oh no, there's still, I think there's black in here too. This is why I used card mat. If you make a card or you make a scrapbook page, you can decide what your mats are. There's no rule. This is a 1/4 inch bigger than these are. And if you notice, you probably can't tell on video, I distressed the edges of the white simply because I wanted to make it look old like a joke, because she was 85, even though she was like riding an electronic bull going, woohoo! So I thought that was funny. This is the same, and I'm going to put them side by side, you guys. Hold on. This is the same exact mat size. Look, they're the same. There is nothing different. This is a card. It's glued onto a 5x7 card. You could make these a little bit smaller, and then you could simply put it on a standard 4x2 by 5x5 card and cut it out in any of the Cricut machines, by the way, including the new Joy machine that debuts tonight on Cricut. And it'll be on HSN also. It'll be on HSN, let me explain this to you guys. On the 3rd of March, it will debut as the Today's Special at midnight Eastern time. However, if you're in a different time zone, like I'm in Pacific, it's going to be like this. An hour earlier on March 2nd for Central Time. So 11 p.m. It's going to be 10 p.m. in Mountain, and it's going to be 9 p.m. in in Pacific, where I am. But I'm going to tell you a funny little story. I would get on there a little early if you could and start grabbing the other bundles maybe. Because I have a feeling some of those card insert and some of the smart material bundles are going to go fast. And you can use Melody's code. And Melody, you probably can't put a link, and I can't figure out how to do it myself either, but I will find it. Hi, Judy. Judy, I cannot figure out for the life of me how to make anybody a moderator. Oh wait, maybe I can do it here. Nope, nope, I give up. I'll worry about that later. Um, Guys, help each other answer questions in the chat if you could. Hi, everybody. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are all here. Um, if you guys knew my mom, you would understand this picture. I have a video of her doing it that I posted on my Facebook page several years ago. And it would have been probably about 6 years ago on my personal Facebook page. And I love this. I pulled this today out of the video. And you can do that too. I pulled it up and I was going to go into my Premiere software, my Premiere Elements video software and do it, yada yada. Guess what, you guys? I was like, I don't have time. So instead, I screenshotted it on my iPhone. I edited it and I printed it out. And this is a 5x7. And I wanted it big because she had a very big personality. So, who here, I want to see, who has not ever made a scrapbook page? Let's see that. Give me a thumbs up if you've never made a scrapbook page and you weren't sure how to go about it. Because, oh, click on the 3 dots next to their name. Okay, let me see. Oh, add moderator. There you go. Thanks, Melody. Isn't it good to have Melody here? Thank you, Melody, so much for all your help. I'm going to make Melody a moderator too because she can that way. Melody, please put your HSN links and your Cricut links in this video so that they can use those tonight. And on, okay, Donna's made it, but not a good one. We see Kim. Oh, hi, Kim. Kim was my buddy I went to the Cricut event with, and I left a pair of good glasses in her car, and I still have to get them back. I'm probably going to have you mail them to me, just because both of us would rather have a beat down than have to drive across Orange County, I think. Okay, so it doesn't look like very many of you. Who has ever wanted or have thought about making a scrapbook page, but just didn't know where to start or what to do? Let me see some thumbs up on those. I know Joy Sloan has made scrapbook pages before. I've seen hers. I've known Joy on the Cricut message board, I believe, unless there's another Joy Sloan on here, but I'm pretty sure that this is the same Joy Sloan. So tell me that, you guys. I know you still have them, Kim. I hope so. Yes, I dropped him in her car because my purse was so full and I was fumbling around. Okay. I know Judy Behrens LaRue, who's a dear friend of mine. I know she wants to start scrapbooking. Kim, okay. Who else? And I'm not talking about your old grandma scrapbooking. There's so many ways you can scrapbook. It doesn't, there we go. Thank you, Melody. There's so many things you can add to a scrapbook. It doesn't have to be a 12 by 12, although that's my preferred, but I have a million little mini books all over the place as well. I just think that there's a lot of people who don't know where to start, and it isn't difficult. This is a card front, okay? I wanted a lot of white space around here. I don't know why, but I did. And we have something that we're going to put on the inside. You can take this exact size, this is a 5 by 7. You can make an entire small book, put a little paper hole in the top, or all 3 down, put some paper rings in it, tie some ribbon on it, and you got yourself a book, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't always have to be big sizes. What you need are whatever's going to work for the photos that you want to put in there. I love a big photo, and I also love to be able to put a lot of small, like 3 by 4 photos in there. That makes me desperately happy. So I'm a picture gal. Is anybody else in here picture gal? I take way too many pictures and videos on top of it all, you guys, and videos of everything. I'm terrible about it. It's no wonder I have to have like the largest storage size on my iPhone. My poor husband, he's like, who needs that? President Trump? I'm like, well, I need it, Mo, because I have so many pictures. So I want you guys to think about that. You've got all these pictures. What are you doing with them? Yeah, they're cute. You might sit next to somebody one time and show them those photos, or somebody else, or pass them through your family. But as we get older, and that's a sensitive subject for Glenda because I have no qualms about saying my age. I turned 64 in October. Do you not think that you want to leave some part of your life and document the life you've had with your family together, and you want to put that somewhere so that when you're, and let me tell you something, I have seen this happen so many times. I've had people who I used to scrapbook professionally for people all over the world. I've had people, their children contact me. Like I had one lady who was in Australia. I did a ton of scrapbooking for her. She passed and I didn't even know it. She was just like absent from the cricket message board back in the day. And her daughter got a hold of me and she said the most precious things that were left behind were the scrapbooks that her mom picked the pictures for, and I did the scrapbooking for her, but her mom also wrote all the journaling. So she made a little, description. And all that is journaling. Don't be scared. I have the worst handwriting on the planet, bar none. You can type it on your computer, cut it out to the size, and put it on the page for, like, to explain this. Or what's really pretty is if you print it on vellum, put vellum in your printer. That's really pretty, and cut it out and put it down here. You can do it a million ways. Put it in Word, cut it out, and put it down here. Just a description. Journaling can be one line, or it can be a whole thing about how you felt about the event. Like this here, just, this was hard for me today. It was very difficult for me because look at her. She's just vibrant. And this is when she was she was 85, but she was still in the prime of her life. She was a party girl. She was so much fun, and everybody loved my mom. And she was a person who was so amazing. She beat the holy hell out of the glass ceiling before anybody even knew what it was, because she was a woman who ran all human services and all of that for an oil company, which in her day, not really heard of. So she was quite the gal. And it's going to take me a while. I've not done this journaling. I didn't type it out today because I have to really think about it. But a lot of other photos that we have, guys, it's only one line. This was this event. And these things mean a lot to your children as they grow up, to your grandchildren. How would you like to have a good picture of yourself somewhere and tell people about your life? I mean, we are the worst, and I tell this all the time. Women were the worst. We write everybody else's stories, we take everybody else's pictures, but not our own. And I, bar none, am the same. I'm terrible. But that is something precious. Not a whole book about yourself if you want, but have a few photos in there somewhere. You can put it in a small thing, put it in a 12 by 12, whatever size you want. Make your own cover, I don't care. As long as you do it, and just tell your story so that your great-grandchildren will know. Like, look at Melody. Melody always says, oh, my scrapbook's on YouTube. But, when her great-great-grandchildren are around, we may not have YouTube. It might be something else. But she has an amazing story to tell. And Melody has amazing things to teach. I admire Melody greatly. She knows that. I consider her a dear friend. And see, I get a little emotional. You have to tell these stories about yourself, because who else is going to do it? I guarantee you, Hubby Bubby is not going to be telling my story because he doesn't, it's not his jam. That's my jam. So consider, please, putting your life and some pictures, your family, your friends, whatever, a vacation. Start with a vacation mini album. I don't care if you've only got 4 or 5 pictures. Yeehaw! Start. Do a 5 by 7 or a 6 by 8 size and see what works. You can punch holes with a crocodile. Everybody has a crocodile, I think, and if you don't, where you been? You need one. That's the one that punches all the eyelets and everything. You can punch 3 holes in it, put binder rings, which you can buy at the office supply store, in it, and you got yourself a book. So I'm trying to make you guys understand that it is nothing to be afraid of. And if you're a scrapbooker like I was, and you have never, ever made a card, what are you waiting for? How much paper must you have? I can only guess. Probably a ton of paper over there sitting in your stash that you need to use up, that's left over. I started being very disciplined about this. And what I try to do is when I finish a kit, a paper pack, a scrapbook layout, whatever I'm going to use with that paper pack, I take whatever is left in that paper pack and I make myself some cards. Sometimes I don't put a sentiment or anything on it because I don't know what they're going to be for, but I just do some general type of cards and I put them in my stash and I put an envelope with it, so when Hubby Bubby tells me 15 minutes before it's time for a party that I didn't know about, hey Glenda, I'm coming to pick you up at 6 o'clock, be ready, it's so-and-so's birthday, I have a card and I don't have to stress about it. Because why would you ever go to the store and buy a card that costs $6, $8, some of them $10, when you have the capability to take your leftover scraps and make a card? Your Cricut is your best friend for cards. It's so easy. The joy, for those of you who are fearful about cards, here comes the joy. So don't be afraid of it. The Cricut Joy is a machine. At first I thought, I don't need that. I don't go anywhere anymore. I used to go to crops and stuff. I don't do that. I stay here. But now I'm thinking, I teach at Michael's and I want to teach some joy classes at Michael's. So yes, I will be getting the joy. So you'll see some joy videos on this channel as well. So let's get started. What do you say? You guys ready? I'm going to change this so you don't have to look at my face anymore, since I am like completely, the only makeup I have on is some lipstick. So not exactly a glam photo here, everybody. Let's look at the fun stuff. Okay. There are some basic tools I believe every scrapbooker and every card maker needs. First off, you need good glue. I have so many favorites. I don't even know where to start. But I have every size of Xyron machine. This is just a little one that's disposable. Anybody that knows me knows pink is my thing. So I am, anything that pink, I always grab them. I love micro glue dots. Now, this dispenser came with, I don't even know what size, it was a weird size, like large glue dots. I use micro glue dots, and I don't know if you, oh, probably not. Let me see. Let me move this around. Can I get a video to catch this? These are so teeny weeny. We sell them on my Close to My Heart shopping site, and they're available other places too. But I love a micro glue dot. Let me see if I can get one on my finger if it'll show you guys. If you've never used glue dots, come on now. Well, of course it won't let me. Trust me, they're a little bit bigger than, maybe they're about the size of oh, I'm going to color one. Here we go. Let me have a marker. That's a shimmer brush, Glenda. That won't work. I'm just going to use a pen. Here you go. If you've never seen, let's see if I can do around the outside. Okay, maybe. It's smaller than that I just tried to show you guys. See that? It's smaller than that. I did around the outside. So I love a set. Oh, I forgot to tell the rest of the story. You guys, the original ones that came in this are something that I never used, so I put them in like a small itty bitty plastic bag and put them down below. And I took my box of micro glue dots, which is how they come in a little box, in here, because I have way more control in this. I'm pretty sure you can find this bad boy at Joann's or probably Michael's or any place. I also labeled it so I didn't forget that it didn't have those extra large goofy ones anymore. Micro glue dots, you open it back here. It's really simple to pull apart. See? Anybody can do it. You can do it. And put whatever roll of glue dots you want in this dispenser. Or get a couple and decorate them so you know which one is which size. So that is a staple, I believe. I love art glitter glue. I don't talk about it a lot. I've been using art glitter glue for about a zillion years and used to sell it on my site. Okay, you need a good ruler. I know close to my heart has sold many, and I don't care. This is my personal favorite. I don't get anything for this. This is my Timmy, I always call him Tim Holtz ruler. I always called him Timmy when I had my scrapbook store and I used to go to class with him. The reason I love Timmy's ruler, and mine is so beat up, is because it will, if you look at it close, you can see all the measurements, but it also is a centering ruler. Let me see if it'll show. Maybe I put there. Here. I need to move this, swing this back a little that way. Okay, there. Do you see the 0 down here? That means you're in the center. So let's say you're across a card and you can see, okay, it's a 4-inch card. So I'm 2 inches from the side here, 2 inches from the side here, and get something dead center. I got to tell you guys, I use this a lot on my t-shirts when I make decals in my Cricut for my t-shirts. That's something. A brayer. Okay, I love my Cricut brayer. I use it all the time. It's not that I'm just a Cricut girl, which you guys know I'm a huge Cricut girl, if you know me, but they make good tools, guys, okay? You need a good pair of scissors. Even though Cricut makes a good scissor, it is not the same as these bad boys. These are the close to my heart scissors. They come in Teflon, which is all I ever buy, and they also come in stainless steel. They cut so precise and so tiny, and although I'd rather have a beat down than have to do any fussy cutting because of my hand injury, when I have to, these are my saving grace. So you better have a good pair of scissors. I also always like a big pair of scissors for something else. So I've had these. These are old Tim Holtz scissors. They come in a different color now. They're black. But these suckers will cut through aluminum. They'll cut through almost anything. So get yourself a good pair of, I call them paper crafting scissors. You can find these on my shopping site for Close to My Heart. And your Timmy, you've got many places to find those. Okay. Something else I think every crafter needs is a good pair of tweezers. I have possibly about 85 pairs of tweezers. These are my favorite. I have a really bad hand injury that happened about 6 years ago, so I lost most of my dexterity. I have about 5 or 6 of these at least all over my craft room. They are reverse tweezers in the way where all you do, let's say we wanted to hold this car, or let's say that I would have stamped this and then I wanted to emboss her. I would use this. I don't even have to put any pressure on it. Once it's there, I've got this. I think most of the time you're going to see it like this now. They've changed the color. And it used to be that they were made by, I think it was, Tweezer Bee. But now they've been taken over by EK Tools, EK Success, and it's the same exact thing, just a different color. They are amazing. Get a pair of tweezers, people. All right? Now, one of the other things, I'm not going to go into too much details, but I want to talk about, besides your Cricut, you should have a different die cutting machine, either manual or electric, and I'm going to tell you why. Because sometimes it's just easier to grab a die and throw it in there. So like many of you, I'm sure, have the Cuttlebug. I have like 3 versions of it somewhere. What I use now is my Anna Griffin Empress. I have the original size. I love it so much. It makes me thrilled every time I use it. So when I did this stamp set, I threw this die through there. And what I love about a die is it gives you that little border around it. I'm also going to talk about this, and I'm going to turn this over, I hope, so you guys can see it. This is how I do stamps with dies. Everybody does it different. I use a MISTI, and I love a MISTI because my hand injury makes it difficult for me to, it makes it way more difficult for me to use a block. And the good thing about a MISTI or any other stamping tool is it allows you to stamp over and over if you didn't get the best impression the first time. So what I do, I'm going to show this really fast, then you guys are going to tell me how I should do these pages in this card. All right, here's my MISTI, all right? let me move everything so I don't mess up my page. Okay. All right. First off, I bought, oh, I got to change again. I always forget. Oh, no, I'm on. Okay. This is my Misty. These are the Misty tools you can buy that are separate. I don't care anything about these three, but I love, they come with 2 corners. I love these corners because I was forever losing and breaking these magnets, and these are built in. So let me get this. What I do is I die cut first. Some people stamp first. I die cut first. Then I put it in my Misty. And here's another trick, you guys. Oh, let me get it. I have this paper in here. It's by Sizzix. They're called sticky grid sheets. And does it say the size? I don't think it does, but they're about perfect in here. There's also something for the Misty, and this is the original. My Misty is so old. It was one of the first ones made, and it's so bad that the acrylic stuff is coming off, even though I've only ever used the cleaner that she told us to use. Anyway, you die cut first, okay? You take your shape out, and you put it in your Misty, all right? Whether you're doing a scrapbook page or a card, put it in your Misty. Okay, you put your stamp, let me take her out. Let's say that okay, this is what she's going to be. Okay, you take your stamp out. I'm going to pretend this is the stamp, guys. And you put it down how it's going to go, upside down. You flip it around. Is there anybody here who's never seen a Misty work? Anybody? I'll show you real quick, just in case we have new people. A Misty is the abbreviation for, what is it, most innovative stamping tool ever invented, or something like that. So you guys, you can tell I don't have my fingernails. Because I have a disability in my hand, I use my fingernails like tools. Okay, so here's the stamp, and you can see she's well used, people. I love her. Okay, I lay it, this is the stamping side. You can see the raised, right? See how it's raised? I lay her face down because the smooth part goes against your Misty. I do that. I pick her up. I anchor. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. I take this out, or what I did yesterday was I just put another piece of paper. This is the wrong size. I just put the piece of paper that I had. I just put it right on top of this and put it right down. Boom. Okay. You leave your Misty, you leave your die cut in here. If you want to make multiples, you can keep doing it here and die cut them later, but I like to die cut first. Then I put my ink on and I stamp, and bada bing, bada boom, it's done. And there's no muss, no fuss. I like to teach people things that make their life easy when they're crafting. I don't know why we try to make our lives so difficult when it's unnecessary. Judy always tells me I should write a book. Well, I have been doing this for a long time, and I do have a lot of hints. So instead of making a book, I'm putting them on YouTube whenever I think of them. Okay, so let me take my stamp out and put her away, because if anybody's ever seen the chaos on my desk, you know that I'll lose it. This is the stamp set. I just think it's hilarious. And I think I'm going to color these guys with alcohol markers. That's kind of my thing, I think. I think I'm just going to color them really simple. Okay, I'm trying to lay it back in the best place, but I'm not doing a good job, so I don't care. Okay, there's the grid sheets. That helps hold down. You guys, look. Not only, if I take the magnet off of this, and it's really not on over here, if you see, I'm pushing this down, and it's stuck. I have to pick it up off the corner to get it off. These are amazing. I do way better with this than without it. And again, I have some, disabilities in my hand, and they're always going to be there now. So anything I can do to make things easier for myself, I do it, and that's what I like to teach. Okay, I think I've talked about most of my tools. So let me put this away. Misty's away. That's away. We don't need that piece of paper. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, so what I'm going to put, oh, here, they're there. What I'm going to put on this is, on this scrapbook page, I'm going to put Mom, of course. I'm going to put her, I want to teach you another trick. I took a zip strip, which in the Close to My Heart world, all the pattern paper has a beautiful zip at the top that you cut off and you can use as borders and stuff. They're amazing. Here's the 12 by 12 off of this pretty paper. It's all hearts, and I thought it was perfect. So I took that zip strip and I added some extra footing down here because I hadn't really measured completely as I should have, and I didn't want her just standing here. I wanted her anchored to something. And so you can anchor a die cut and it gives it more believability. She's a person, she's standing on something, she's just not standing in the air. Plus it's a pretty decorative element. So these are the things I'm going to put. I will obviously also put I'm going to also put some journaling, but I'm going to do that later. So I want to know, yeah, the grid was sticky. Yeah. Here's what I want to know. Should we do the card first or should we do the scrapbook page first? It doesn't matter to me. I have things to show you on both. Anybody? Anybody care? I know you guys are behind. I hate this delay in YouTube. It makes me insane. Still not seeing in the chat. Anybody want to stay in the chat? Card first or scrapbook first? And I'm going to show you how they're the same in so many ways. Let's just kind of do it together. What if we do it like that? So let's do that. Okay, so these two mats are identical. All right, this one's going to go somewhere here. Scrapbook first. Okay, all right. But then when we do the scrapbook, I'm going to show you the similarities. Let me grab my mat over here. Let me grab my... Here's another tool. I don't use it as much as I used to, but it's great for this. This is an old tool, but I think they still sell them at Michael's. And what I like to do, let me move everything off of here. I like to use this thing that's on my desk. I have 3 of them, but 2 of them got a little melted because I accidentally set an easy press on them. I take the corners, and I've tried it with other tape runners and they don't stick as well. I take the corners, and you can get rid of this stuff later. Do I have sticky on here? Yeah, I do. Okay, come on, Glenda. There you go. I like to stick these down so they don't move. You can do the same thing on a card if you want. All right, I'm going to move that out of the way. You guys get used to it. Glenda always has a messy, messy desk. Okay, so what you see, this is called a Versamat. It has all the measurements on it, whether you're doing a card or what. This is going to give me an exact 12 by 12 placement because I am a person who cannot keep things straight by eyeballing anymore. I used to, but ever since all the weird stuff happened medically to me, I can't. So I use a T ruler. Oh, I forgot about telling you this. Get a T ruler. I use it on my t-shirts, I use it on my scrapbook layouts, and I use them on my cards. All right, so this is now, I need to move my camera again. There we go. This is now down. Okay, so here's the elements that I have for sure for this. And I haven't put this down yet because I'm thinking about coloring them on alcohol markers, or colored pencils, but I'm not going to make you guys stay for that whole thing. All right, I have this that I'd love to use as a border, and it matches that. I would love to use this somewhere on here if I can get away with it. I have these little rubber hearts from a retired set. And I'm going to show you one more thing. You know how sometimes you have really skinny titles and stuff, and it's hard to figure out how the heck do I glue that on? That's my Xyron. And when it comes out, I like the kind that only come with the paper on them, and I'm going to show you why real quick. See my brayer? I take them, and when they come out, I brayer the holy heck out of them, because that also helps pull, and I'll show you, the glue, because a lot of times you end up, if you're not careful, with what I call Xyron boogers. and that means that you have like glue sticking out in spaces where it doesn't need to be, but it puts edge to edge glue on. Now here's another trick. Here you go, Judy, another Glenda trick. Take this, crumble it up, and if you still see that you might have some boogers, Xyron boogers, there's one right there, do this, and it will pick those Xyron boogers right up for you, okay? Oh, I see I forgot to weed this little piece of the K. What do you think of that? It would be so much easier if Glenda had her fingernails. You know, I haven't had, you guys, I have not had a haircut since I went to my mom's funeral in September. And I don't know how long it's been since I've had my nails done, but I'm way overdue. Okay, so look, now this is ready. I'm going to use this title on here. So you guys give me some feedback. I don't know whether I want this as the first thing and this over here and this up here. I'm trying to decide, and then where can I put this? Oops, I'm not in the whole thing. I think I might need to zoom out a little. Maybe that is the problem. Let me zoom out just a bit. I think I'm zoomed in too far. Let me see. It should pull up my camera in a second. Everything is slow today. In the meantime, start thinking about where you think I should put these elements. Where would they look the best? All right, let me zoom out. There we go, that's better. Ooh, now you're going to see more of my messy desk, however, but that's better. Okay, so who has an opinion? Who has an opinion on where you would like to see these elements? Would you like to see them going this way, or you like to see them this way? There should always be something called the rule of thirds. Everything is better in thirds. And by the way, this is going to be, this is not this far apart. That's just how far apart in I took them out of the Xyron machine. So they'll be right next to each other. So you guys give me an opinion. Do you like it like that? I'm thinking it's going to be the left-hand page of the scrapbook layout. I'll do another side because I like a 2-page layout. What do you guys think? I'm kind of thinking about putting this zip strip all the way down at the bottom as an anchor for the whole thing. Putting these, putting that. I'm kind of thinking about putting these hearts. Here's your rule of thirds right there. You do that on your cards too. And then I have a bunch of sequins I pulled out and just threw. I have a whole thing of them. I love these sequins. These are retired, unfortunately, but they're so many great colors. I'm thinking about putting some sequins out and about, but I also have, where'd my bitty sparkles go? Oh, there they are. These are my favorite ever sparkles because they're so tiny and they don't take over the whole page. They're really delicate, and so it just gives a little oomph without being pretentious. Let's see if you guys can even see them. Let me move that. Is that better? I mean, they're so dinky, and I pretty much put those on almost everything. Okay, Judy says, yep, Creative Chaos says zip strip at the bottom. Okay. I'm going to show you 2 more tools before we forget. I don't even know what the name of this one is. Oh, Jewel Picker. It's by Marvy. It's really cheap. You can get this on Amazon, and it has a sticky end. Most of you have seen Melodies. I have about 8 of them somewhere that have the other thing. I'm not the biggest fan of them because after you have them for a while, that green stuff can show on your sequins. So I'm going to see how long this one lasts. It's sticky. You can pick up sequins easy. And then my favorite one, but it's expensive, you guys, but it's so amazing, is by Crystal Katana. It is so amazing. I don't even know how to explain it. It has this end, which, by the way, when they get old, you can replace. And this sticks to the sequin, or the sequin sticks to it. And then when you put it down, you can push it with this to slide it in the right place where you want it. So these are some other tools. The one that Melody uses, I can't think of the name of it. It used to be made by a different company. I think it's Silhouette now. So that's one. I have one. Hold on. Let me grab one. I know I have a bunch of them here somewhere. Well, I do, but I can't get my drawer open. That's pretty bad. I know if you guys follow Melody, you've seen them. Okay, so you guys like this with the zip strip at the bottom? Okay. All right, let me get, here's another thing. This is a piece that is probably about 12 or 13 years old. When I had my own scrapbook store, I could buy like the whole, this is like what you can color on and everything. And plus you can glue it on. I'm going to use, you know, I hate liquid glue, by the way. Anybody that knows me knows I despise liquid glue. But for videos, at least the good thing about liquid glue is it gives you some room to move stuff around. What I hate about it is I always end up with it on my hands, and I don't like the feel of it. But you can put glue on this. You can put watercolors, and it just wipes right off. It's called a craft sheet. I have a great big one that's from close to my heart that I use a lot, but for just this little thing, I didn't need it. I just want to make sure I didn't get glue all over my desk. Okay, now I'm not even looking, so we're going to put this here, and we're going to put it there. And we do have to stick to the bottom of this time because this will be going in a page protector, okay? All right, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to make a card. All right, here you go, Mom. We're going to anchor Mom's down. Where do I want it? Hold on, I got to look a little second. I'm trying to decide how far down I want Mom. And maybe I should get my, yeah, so I do this straight. This is another good thing about this Versamat. When you use a T-ruler, it's over on the edge, so it keeps you straight, because I'm notorious for doing things that are not straight, by the way. When they did all the stuff medically to me, they affected my balance and a little bit of coordination. Okay, I kind of like that, and that one will be down. What do you guys think about that placement right there? You like that? Yes? Quick stick, that's it. Thank you, Melody. Quick stick. Melody, while we're doing this, will you put your links again for the Joy, for the Cricut stuff? Because the Joy is debuting on the Cricut site tonight. Melody's having a watch party, and she can put the link to the watch party in here too, if she wants to. And then Melody, when you have a second, will you please put your Cricut code as well? Because I really, really want them to have the Cricut code, not the Cricut code and the HSN, because there's a lot of people who are waiting for the HSN, and I want them to be able to use your code as well, because as we all know, Melody does a bazillion videos, and when you use her affiliate links, you help support her channel, and that allows her to do more videos, have the right equipment for it, and push those out to other people who she can teach about the Cricut. Okay, I want you guys to know that I'm going to start doing more Cricut videos on my channel as well, and I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, okay, I don't want this to be level with this, so I'm moving this down. I like a little synergy. Let me see, I like that to be about like that. Okay, see, I'm not straight. Are you ready? Glenda is crooked, which is typical for me, so I'm using just my T-ruler, okay? And I'm going to give it a stick down here. There you go. Thanks, Melody. I'm going to look at the HSN, because I love getting stuff from HSN, because I love their bundles. They have bundles that a lot of times you could never find for that same price. Well, they always have bundles like that. So Anna Griffin will be on with that, and I'm sure she's going to talk all about it. And the good thing is, for those of you, like all of us, who sometimes you have a problem and can't afford something right away, on HSN you can do FlexPay. If you don't know what that is, it's so cool. It allows you to, let's say that the price was $169. Let's just make that number up. Or let's say $170, because don't make me ever do math, you guys. And what they'll do is, let's say it had 4 FlexPays. They'll divide up those 4 FlexPays evenly, and then on the first one, which you do pay right away when you place your order, they add your tax, and also they add your shipping. And then every month they just come and take out whatever credit card you told them to take it out of, the amount, and you're set. And they don't charge any interest for it. The only interest you would have would be like if you bill it on your card and you don't pay your card off right away. Then, of course, you'd have that interest. But HSN does not charge for FlexPay, and I think it's genius. And the other thing is, let's say you put it on one card on the first payment, and then suddenly you want to change your card because you figured out you get better points or whatever from the other card. You can go in on the website and change the card. It's very easy. Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, I still have boogers, you guys, which I did not see. And you guys might be able to see them. I call them Xyron boogers. Ooh, I have a lot. And I will go in before I finish this on my own and make sure they're all off. I'll do that again. That's why I kept this one piece, you guys. Yep, I see some. Sometimes if they're really irritating, you can just give them a push. You need a tool like this. This is an old tool from an old scrapbook company that went out of business, came back in business, went out of business, came back in business. But a friend of mine used to go to Scrapbook Expo with the gal who was a local rep, and she would help her. I would go and get like 20 of these at a time after I hurt my hand, or after my hand was injured, I should say, and get some of these because it helps me control things, because my hand, I only have 50% of the feeling in it. So you can use something like this. You can use Melody's favorite thing, the quick stick. You can do that. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where I really want this. Or do I want it like that? What do you guys think? This side, this probably needs to be logically this side. So let's do that. I love this thing. By the way, this is out of Cricut Access. You take the cake. I just cut it out of Cricut. I made it, I think, 4 inches wide. Whoops, Glenda, hold on. I think I made it 4 inches wide, or 4.5 maybe. And I really liked it. I was going to do an offset. I know how to make them in Inkscape, but I decided I just didn't want to do it. Okay, here we go. Let me see how many boogers are left in here. There's going to be some. This is the only drawback with Xyron. And I will tell you that these little Xyron things that I have are so old, because I still have the refills from when I was having my own scrapbook store. So I have a lot, and they're old. I think the newer formula, okay, I better be careful or I'm going to lose. This whole thing is going to be stuck to my finger. And you want to know why, you guys? Because there's wet glue icky stuff on my fingers, which is why Glenda hates wet glue, but loves the control of it. Okay, I'm going to break this in a second. Hold on, everybody say a silent little prayer for Glenda. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, so now I'm going to put this, I think like that, just over with this a little. Okay, let me fix it. Oops, I have the inside of a letter with me. See, stuff happens to all of us. It happens to me, it happens to Melody. It's not the end of the world. You just keep on going. Okay, so now that I have it down, that's working a lot better to get the Xyron boogers out of it. Okay, so the only thing I really want to do here is, I don't want to put her down yet. I'm going to put her with temporary, because I think I'm going to alcohol ink her. And let me find my temporary. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm going to use some temporary Tombow, which is the green one. Unfortunately, we do not sell that on Close to My Heart. We sell the blue one, which I use all the time. But we don't sell, this is the blue one. I use this one all the time, my favorite. But we don't use the green. So the green is removable. So I'm going to put her down, I think about there, but I'm going to take her off to color her, because I'm going to use alcohol markers. And if you bought alcohol markers and you've never tried them before, you should always have something under them when you color, because the color will go through to the back and bleed, and you don't want that. Okay, so now we are down there. Let's do these. What do you guys think? Where you think there? I'm not sure. I'm thinking there. I like the fact that this, I love the fact that this title is all cattywampus, as I like to call it, because that was how the whole night was. She was not expecting to have to ride an electronic bull for her birthday. Let's see, Patricia Huntress, which is Huntress have I tried placing the image down, powder it on the back? That would take away the sticky. Or do you mean powder it on the front and then pick the boogers? I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay, so do you guys like the hearts here? Because I'm thinking that I'm kind of like that. Tell me if you guys like that, because I kind of like it like that. And I wonder if micro glue dots will be enough stick on these. You know what? I think I'm going to put some glue. Because, oh no, I'm not. I know why I wasn't going to do glue. I know why. Okay, I'm going to get some sticky. And by the way, if you've never used glue dots, even though it's tempting to try and pick it up and put it on your finger, try not to do it that way, because you will affect the stick. Always try, instead of taking it to the object, try to take the object to the glue dot. You will get a better stick. Let's see if I have that. I want these to be a little cattywampus also. Okay. And these are a little heavy. These are plastic. These were in, those of you who have followed my channel, you saw me probably a few months ago talking about, hey, if you're a crafter, make sure you grab that stamp with die sets that had all the crafting shapes in it. This was a little set of embellies, I call them, embellishments that went along with that. Okay, I think, what do you guys think? Right there? Is that good? Okay, and then one over here. And then, I'm not sure if we're going to do sequins or bitty sparkles. You guys tell me. Sequins, we have a bunch of colors that all match here, but we also have some little bitty sparkles. Okay. See what I mean? I love this because I have a little platform to set something on to make the glue dot stick better. I'm going to put it right about there. Okay, do you know what the rule of 3 is and why you should have it on a card or a scrapbook page? The rule of 3 is you want things in odd numbers. They call it the rule of 3 because in designing they started with 3. But you want to be able to, like this moves you around the page. It moves your eye visual in what they call a visual triangle. So you want that. Okay, so there's that. This is where I'm going to put my journaling. So I'm going to leave this spot blank and I will be typing it up. I'm not sure with what yet. Possibly vellum. Okay. Let's get my crystal katana out and put her, did I already take her out? Oh, I did. See, guys? Okay, there she is. Let's put her to work. Okay, you know that I have to have pink sparkles. If I'm having anything, I have to have pink. So let me get my glue dots again. These are the perfect size glue dots for sequins, micro glue dots. And you can find them on my shopping site. I'm pretty sure that it should be bit.ly/Glenda-shopping, all lowercase. Okay, now I want to get things to move around again because I want people to be able to find the journaling. So I think I'm going to put a yellow one down there in the corner because I'm going to put the journaling down there. And see what I'm doing? I'm just pulling this out and setting the sequin on the glue dot and picking it up. Okay, and the glue dot is on the sequin now, so I'm going to put it, I think, here because I'm going to have something that's a little, I got to put it over here. There, it can't be straight down there. I don't like things that are straight. All right, and then maybe one more. Okay, so should we do a regular, we have a flashy dark pink. Here's a regular pink, or we can do this green, which would also match with all of this. That might be really pretty. How about I stick one right here? There you go, because that'll kind of draw your eye between all 3 of those things. You like it? Like that, you guys? Then we're going to do the card. Oh, look, I've got yellow in here also. Okay, yellow, you go back to where you were. It's already got a glue dot on it. I might use it on the card. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have that. Okay, I don't know why I'm picking it up with my finger. I should be picking it up with my crystal katana. And your jewel picker, did I not get the, oh, I must not have gotten it. Oh, I didn't put enough pressure on. That's why you don't use your finger if you can help it. You use a tool to help you do the job. When in doubt, if there's a good tool, use it. And if you guys have never tried it before, try this. You can get this on Amazon. And Melody, please put your Amazon link in here for us, because they can use your Amazon link and find this Marvy jewel picker. Let me put it up here so you guys can see it. Marvy jewel picker. I think it was like $6.99 or some ridiculously low price. Okay, so let me move this and let's get a good look at it. I have to pick it up where it was stuck. Now, here's the other thing I'm going to do. I don't want to leave those tape things on there. So I'm getting my, if you've never seen these things, mine is so old. It has old packaging and everything, called a rub and remove eraser. You can take off any adhesive. Oops, she doesn't want to stick because I didn't push her down. There we go. And she's on removable also. Okay, so I'm going to just grab these, pull these little sticky boogers off that this put on the Versamat, so there's not there. And then on the back, I'm going to take my rub and remove eraser, and what it does is I don't know if you guys probably not see what it's doing. You can also try to do it with your finger first, but I always end up doing what I just did. But I love this thing. You can find this in my shopping site. I have had this one, I want to say this one is 7 years old, because here's what we do. Let me find another spot and I'm going to show you. You can use this on your cards. I use it on cards all the time if I put stuff in the wrong spot. Okay, ready? Do you see the little boogers on this corner? Adhesive? You just pull it off. And this whole thing stays. I have no idea why they make them so big, because this one, like I said, is like 7 years old and it's never, ever gone down. Okay? So first try your fingers. If it doesn't work, then get your rub and remove eraser. This is coming off pretty easy with my fingers. But when in doubt, you don't want to lay this down and have it stick somewhere where it doesn't belong. I don't want this going anywhere till I put it in a page protector. So here's our scrapbook page. We used the exact same elements here that we're going to use on our card. We used this, which is on our card. The only thing I did different is because I have a bigger space, I made a great big photo. You could make this photo way smaller if you're doing a smaller book. This is a 5x7, and I made these mats. If you missed the beginning, the mats on the outside I made bigger because I love this paper. It's from a paper pack called Celebrate Today, and since this is the end of the month, that paper will be gone because it's in the January, February catalog, and a new catalog starts tonight. Okay, now when I'm making a card, I always put this thing under me just because I can, and it's way easier. All right, so we have this. Let's put her down first, and then we're going to talk about embelling. Again, I am putting her down with temporary adhesive. This is by Tombow. Unfortunately, Close to My Heart does not sell it, even though I've asked for it about a zillion times. But another thing you can use, by the way, that Close to My Heart does sell. Oh, I just dropped it on the floor. Here we go. Okay, this is a good glue that will make your stuff like a sticky note. This is by Tombow. We do sell this. It has this end here, which is for largers, but up here it has this little small end. And what you do is you put this down and you let it dry. It has to be completely dry. And once it's dry, you stick it down and it's like a Post-it note. So you will always have the option of picking it up just like a Post-it note. Now, obviously, before I'm done, this is going to go down. Yeah, I will pop her up. You bet. You bet I will. Of course I will. I'm a pop-up queen. I love stuff popped up. Okay, so we have this for, we're going to get some more stuff off of this too. We have this for this card, and I'm going to put it, I think, inside. I lose my tools all the time. I'm so bad. Don't think you're the only person. Look at my desk. There's such chaos on my desk all the time. Okay, here's another good thing for it. This thing will let me put down something sticky like this, and it'll let me pick it back up normally. Watch, I'm gonna lie and it's not gonna let me. No, it will. These are so tender and skinny font. That's the only thing that I love, a pretty skinny font, but you got to be very careful with them. Okay, so I would have loved to have had enough room. I didn't think this out really well. I would have loved to have had this here, but I can't. There's just no reason. And I don't think I can make it happen down here. Do you guys think it can happen down here somewhere? Hold on. Maybe, maybe. What do you guys think about that? Or is that too much because I already have a sentiment on the front and I should just put these inside? What do you guys think? Bye, Denise. Thanks for coming. I want to know what your guys' opinion is because I'm going to make this card how you guys tell me. Remember, she's only temporarily down. I could put it here and the cake would also work there. Or should we just put it in the inside because that's an awful lot of stuff on the front? What do you guys think? I'm waiting because, you know, YouTube is delayed, so I don't see your things right away. Inside? Okay, I agree. All right, so let's put her inside. Let's get Glenda's trusty T-ruler again, because I kind of like things to be straight, and I'm really bad at making them straight. Okay. I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm just going to lay this on the 1-inch line so I know that that's where it's at and it's straight. Okay, now I'm going to take my T-ruler. I'm going to put it, what do you guys think? Cattywampus again? Because I kind of like it cattywampus. I don't like things to be straight and rigid. I like things to be fun, and I don't know what else to, what's another word for cattywampus, you guys? I really love things, especially in a scrapbook page, I love things that are cattywampus because to me they convey a sense of fun. And that's something you look for in a font. If you have a font that you want to do something with, you know, make sure it fits the occasion. If it's a sympathy card, it's probably not going to be the right thing. But for this, because she I still can't get over saying it, since she was who she was, I want it to look fun. Okay, did I make it kind of straight? Not quite, but the whole thing is, this thing is not straight either. Hold on. Okay, and I still have a booger. I still see a booger right there. You know what? And now that it's on, Huntress gave us a good suggestion. I think this is what she was talking about. You can also find that on my shopping site, you guys. Anti-static pouch. I wonder if I can't static these on the front and get that stuff off easier. That's the only downside of Xyron, you guys. I love a Xyron machine. I have them in every size, but I don't like the fact. Oh, Huntress, you're genius. Huntress Habits, thank you. Okay, so then you kind of want to push out all the stuff that got the sticky. You want to move it off of here. Huntress, thanks. Look at that. Good idea. Okay, there is no more sticky. There was a bunch of it right there. I wonder if I can get that off. Oh, probably with my eraser, duh. Here. There you be. There you go. Okay, so what that's done, I'm going to leave a spot for signature if I was giving this to somebody. So now let's decorate, everybody. All right, we have already got a border on it down here, but I think, how about sparkles, or do we want sequins? You guys tell me. Cattywampus? Donna's never heard. I don't know, maybe it's a Midwest saying because I'm from Omaha originally. Cattywampus, it just kind of makes off kilter. There's another good way to put it. Cattywampus means off kilter. Not straight, just kind of woohoo. Kind of like this video that we're doing right now. Okay, so where do we want and what do we want? Oh, okay. Kim says her mom was from the East Coast. She said it all the time. Where do we want both? Because we can do both. We can put some bitty sparkles around. We can put some sequins. Sparkles? Okay, here we go. All right. These are my favorites. I've told you guys before. I love to tell things that are my favorites. I am sending one of these to Melody. I haven't got it out yet because I was going to try and make her a card to go with it. Oh, it's not this because she's not having a birthday right now. Okay, so where do we want them, guys? Do we want some like that? You know what? I want to show you guys something. I have an ink boo-boo on this card right here. You probably can't see it. There's a tiny little smudge. So I may throw something bigger up there before I'm done, just to make sure that I cover up that ink booger, ink smudge. Okay, There's a rule of 3 right there, but that's not doing us much good. But instead of that, I'm probably going to just kind of cattywampus these across the top because I like them very much. See how easy these things go on? They're already sticky on the back, which I love because anybody that knows me knows I'm a lazy crafter. So any work that's already done for me, I'm happy about it. Okay, so what else do you guys want to put on it? Some across the top and some across the bottom. Okay. Bitty sparkles is what these are called. They're my favorites. I almost put them on everything. I'm surprised I didn't get them on the scrapbook page. It's kind of amazing. Another thing I do, and if I wasn't going to alcohol ink these, I would already have done it. Anybody that ever watches me knows I love a shimmer brush, especially the clear one. All it does is put shine on something without the mess. It's like glitter with no mess. And as much as I love glitter and stuff, it's always all over my house. It's on my face. It's on my clothes whenever I use it. So if I can do it without that and make it less messy, I'm all about it. Okay, so let's do one more up here on the top. Whoops, I'm trying to pull it off the wrong sheet. There we go. There we go, Glenda. I love these bitty sparkles so much. Okay, so there's the top. Oh, I could use my mono eraser probably to get rid of that. Good idea, Judy. Hold on, let me find it. It's in this mess somewhere. Okay, let's see. Mono, there it is right there. Oh, thank you for reminding me. This is another tool, and I forget about it more than I should. This is the Mono Sand and Rubber Eraser. I'm sure Melody has a link. Melody has an Amazon link. Melody, please put it in the chat if you're still here. Put your Amazon link in here for us. You can get that on, that's where mine came from. I used to have an old one that finally disintegrated that I had from when I had my own scrapbook shop. Okay. I don't think that one's going to come all the way out. It might, but that one did. Good idea. I love this. Now I understand why Melody loves to do this and have everybody chime in with their suggestions. Good idea. Okay, so what else does she need? Does she need a few sequins across the bottom? Or should we just do some more bitty sparkles? What do you guys think? I really like that up there. But then again, I like anything that sparkles. You know, I tell this all the time. I'm the mom of all boys. And so far, all grandsons. And I adore them to death. But I'm so badly wanting a girl so I can buy her shiny, glittery things. Okay, what do we think, guys? What else do we want? I'm going to color her, I think. Yeah, that was a great idea. Sparkles on the bottom. Okay. Is Melody still here? If Melody's still here, please put your Amazon link in the chat for everybody. That way they can find that mono eraser on there also. You guys, when you use the links of anybody who puts them in, if they have affiliate links, and I used to have an Amazon affiliate link, which I just let go of, and I should get it back, but it helps so much, even though, let me tell you what, you pay the same exact price. It doesn't give much money, especially on Amazon. They really cut it down. But it does help. Every little bit helps, so you can get the right software, get the right webcams, all that stuff. And the other thing is, if you like, oh, I forgot to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this real quick. You guys, I'm desperately trying to get back up to over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I used to have. And the reason I want that is you have to have now 1,000 subscribers in order to go live from your phone. There's a lot of things that happens in my community that a lot of people will never get the chance to see. You know, like the U.S. Open of surfing. The whole thing is in my backyard, pretty much. And so that's a fun thing if you've never seen a surf competition. We've also got a big air show that'll be coming up in a few months, and it's amazing. And I'll be in a tent on the beach. I'm not sure which VIP tent I'll be in, but I'll be in one of them for sure. And so I will be able to give you amazing video. from down there live, and it's crazy. Whoops, I just lost a bitty sparkle. I'll find it on my shirt later for sure, you guys, or on my pants. There we go. Okay. I think I'm a little heavy-handed on the bottom, aren't I? Oh well. It's supposed to be cattywampus, and therefore it is. Okay. All right. Who has never used alcohol markers in their life? Give me a thumbs up if you've never used alcohol markers and you're a little bit afraid of them. Oh, good, Melody, thanks. Anybody who has never touched or who has bought alcohol markers, that's another great question, and is afraid to use them? I used to be Copic certified back in the day, and but I'll tell you what, when Spectrum Noir first came out with their first markers, I was a vendor for them, and I fell hard in love with the Spectrum Noir. And now I have the, what do you call it? Oh, I have the Tri-Blend. Just because I'm telling you guys, I'm a lazy crafter, and I want things easy and quick. What I love, if you haven't seen them, I'll show you. What I love about these Tri-Blend markers, let me get a couple and just show you what they look like. Usually you have to find the right markers that match together. You got to look at the color codes, you know, and figure all that out. So I'm just going to grab two of them. Okay. This is a Tri-Blend marker by Spectrum Noir. You can find those also on my shop site, but even if we didn't, I would have bought these. Look at this. There, they tell you light, medium, dark, all in one pen. You don't have to scrounge around and look for what colors match. So if you've never done it before, let me grab a piece of paper just to show you guys something. My suggestion, this is how I like to do it. You go first light. Okay, use your lightest one of that color family, whichever you're going to use. Next, do some shading. A lot of stamps will show you where it really realistically should be shaded. But if you don't know, kind of just imagine where you think the sun is coming from and shade that area. So I'm going to do it right over here. Okay, that is the dark. Okay, now in order to make them look better, I'm taking the medium. It's not difficult. Look at, do you see that? And shade it all out. Okay, so there's no, I call it the line of delineation. You don't want that. You want it to look natural. And then when you're done with that, go back and go light over the whole thing again, and you will be blended. The other thing is you can get a blender pen. I think it comes in our set. And do I have the blender pen up here, or it's in the next one? A blender pen, let's say that I was coloring her and I went outside the lines, which is something I will do all the time, guys. Let's say I colored her shoes and I put a different color down. I got outside the lines, that's what I'm trying to say. You can use the blender pen to push the color, nudge it back up. Plus, if you have a spot that's too dark and you don't like it and you've gone over it and it doesn't seem to be blending, then I highly suggest you take a blender pen, because a blender pen, which is clear, works like an eraser in alcohol markers. And that's what you want. You want to erase the color and put it down. Okay, so here we go. All right. I'm going to show you a couple other things real quick before we go out, you guys, because I don't want people to miss this stuff. There's a humongous sale, and Judy or Melody, somebody dropped my link. It's bit.ly, bit.ly hyphen, no, bit.ly /Glenda hyphen shopping, all lowercase. And unfortunately, lowercase and uppercase does matter in the bit.ly links. Don't ask me how. Okay, so we just decided to do this one a little different, but I could still put some bitty sparkles on this, and I probably will. Do you see? Oh, I lost my girl. She's over here floating somewhere because she keeps coming off. This part under here, the same exact mats, the same exact size. As soon as I find where my girl went. Oh, there she is. There she is. She was decapitated. Let's put her back on again. Okay, so there you go, you guys. All I'm going to do is alcohol marker these guys. or I might color pencil them, I'm not sure. In order to make sure that my ink doesn't smudge, I use the Intense Black or the Archival Black from Close to My Heart because those are color safe. Another great one, and I wish we sold this now, but we don't, we used to, is this, you guys. I love, because of my hand injury, if I'm doing something small, I love this size. This is by Memento, and this is the color Tuxedo Black. If you want to ink something small, this is a great, it's, I think they call these, I used to sell them. Are they teardrop? I think they're teardrop. This is a great one to keep in your collection. I use it alongside my blacks from Close to My Heart. Oh, here's my two blacks. Archival and Intense Black. And if you've never seen a Close to My Heart ink pad, look at this. First off, they are magnetic. Hello. And then your ink is already suspended upside down. So it's already at the top of the felt pad when you open it. If you can see that. This is the top. When you open the top, the ink is already at the top. So you don't have to store them upside down because they're already made that way. All right, I'm going to run through some of the stuff that I got with my stamp sale the other day, because if you like stamps or you're trying them out for the first time, please take advantage. And it's done at midnight Mountain Time tonight. This is the February stamp of the month. It is so beautiful. I wish you guys could see some of the cards that I've seen done by consultants that have colored this thing of flowers. It also has some beautiful things on it. You make my heart smile. You've got sister, friend, daughter, grand, and then you put the mother with it, mom, aunt. My heart wears a smile whenever I'm with you. I'm so blessed to have you in my life, so grateful. You make everything better. I think I might stamp that somewhere on something for my mom. She always made everything better. She was the one person that I told everything to. Okay. This one is not in the stamp sale, so I'm not going to show it to you because that's for next month. This is amazing. Look at this beautiful mandalas. I'm going to take it out so you can see it. It is so pretty. Look at them. They even have a namaste. Good vibes, inhale, exhale. Here's a good thing I need to. I can't wait to color this one. And I think I'm going to use alcohol markers. Then I'm going to do another one with watercolor pencils. And look, there's even like a flower, there's a leaf, there's a heart. This is a great stamp set. And this will be gone tonight at midnight Mountain Time. So if this is an and it's on the stamp sale. I tell everybody, because I'm frugal on my stuff, grab stuff while it's on sale, for goodness sake. Why would you pay extra? Here's another one. I'm trying to find, I have a great picture of my dad and I horseback riding together, which we used to do a lot, but there's just not a lot of pictures. I'm going to do this as soon as I find that picture. I got this for that. Life is better in boots. Put your brave girl boots on, which I love. You know what? There's also something, if you guys have never seen it, called stamp surgery. You buy these are your stamps. You can do what you want with them. What I might do is I might take this, put your brave girl boots on. I might do stamp surgery and cut it apart right there. I'm just going to cut a straight line, leave the on where it belongs, and use an alphabet stamp set, a font, or cut it out with my Cricut. And I might be putting big girl pants on because that's kind of something I say all the time. So that's a stamp set that is so cute, and look at the dies that go with it. When you see something in a Close to My Heart catalog or on the front of a stamp with, by the way, they call their dies thin cuts, okay? Anything that's blue means it has a matching die. So we have the horseshoe, we got the boots, we got the hat, we have the star, the big star, the little star. So that's a fun stamp set for anybody who's ever gone line dancing. Do you have pictures from going line dancing anytime? Something like that would be fun. Okay, this is a good one. I'm using this for scrapbooking, but you could use it for cards. The best is yet to come. Celebrate. New beginnings, fresh start. I love this, word of the year. You can put your word of the year. There you have a, what do you call it? A tab. You can make a tab. And these all, everything that you saw in blue, again, has dies. As much as I love my Cricut, and everybody that knows me knows I've been a Cricut girl since day one, sometimes things are just easier to grab a die and do something quick and not have to design it myself. Okay, this is another one that's come. Okay, I'm going to give you a sneak peek, and I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to do it again. Okay, this is not in the stamp sale because it's not available till after midnight Mountain Time tonight. This is great for card making and for sympathy cards. I'm going to save that for last. I can't wait for this one because I was of the age when we all wanted a hippy-dippy Volkswagen van. So I'll be getting this and having fun coloring this. Lots of dies. This is great for heritage. There's some fabulous heritage paper coming up starting March 1st. I'm going to use this stamp. Look at all the dies. Wow. And I would not want to have to fussy cut any of these things out. So I'm so thankful that there's a die. And here's my favorite. Okay. How much fun is this thing? This makes a cuckoo clock, and it has another die set that goes with it. Let me get it. Hold on, I should have had it out. Oh, here it is. It's called the Card Front Spinner. And there are 2 sets right now that are going away, I think, tomorrow, that also go with it. I'll get those out. But you take this card front spinner, you can see what it is. And if you look at this, look at the cuckoo clock. You can put all these things, and then when you do this, it turns around, and so it turns all your sentiments around. You stamp your sentiments and put it on there, and you turn the wheel. They are so, so cute. So cute. So that I can't wait for, but that's not available until tomorrow. There are so many stamp sets that are on sale right now that are crazy amazing. Hold on, let me get my other ones. Where are they at? Oh, I think I have, do I have everything attached to this one? I might. Did I put them all together? No, I didn't. I don't know where they're at. I think I might have them out already. Okay, here's another thing that I want you guys to look at. These are on sale. I use these, as Judy knows, all the time. These are called Paper Pals. And it's basically like paper dolls. And it cuts out. There's a base that cuts the body, has eyes, nose, etc. Then there's all kinds of things that go with them. There's a bundle you can get also. But these are the pets, which I've used extensively. I love these, and they all have dies. See what I said at the beginning? When you're cutting something out and doing something, make an extra while you're doing it. Why not? Make it easy on yourself. I'm all about trying to help people do things the easy way. This, of course, I love because this is the little boy set. So you can make a boy with that base. All the dies are back here. This is the sports. This is what's going to be for my my youngest son, Sean, was a big soccer star guy. So I'll be doing all the soccer stuff with him and putting those in a scrapbook for him. And I got this to go with them because you can put these little numbers on their jerseys. And then I have a soccer net back here with a soccer ball. So Sean is set. Again, all boys. Let everybody say a prayer for me that sometime I will get a girl and I'll be able to use this set. These are the Disney princesses, but they can't use the word Disney, so they just call it Paper Pal Princesses. All the dies. Look at all the dies. And the Disney Castle, they can't call it that, but that's what it is. They call it Princess Castle. Here's little girls' clothes, hair, etc. Lots of dies. Okay, these are the fun ones. Paper Pal Superheroes. So you can dress up your kid. And look at all the dies with that. This was in the Christmas. I don't know if we can still even get this, but it's worth a look for. This is called the Paper Pal Christmas, so you can make your own elves with all the dies. And I don't think this one's available anymore, so I'm not going to show that one. But these are a lot of fun. unfortunately, I've used that Paper Pal Pets a few times for people who have lost their um, dog, and they really loved it because I colored their dog to look like their dog and put it on a sympathy card, and people really like that. So, do we have any questions? Thank you, Joy. You're afraid to buy what, Kim? Alcohol markers? No way. No way. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get alcohol markers. Um, I love those tri-blend because, again, I told you guys I'm a lazy crafter. I have difficulties with my hands, so I'm trying to make things as absolutely easy as they can get. And I try to do everything easy. That's why I like the tri-blend. I have Copics coming out of my ears down here, but I have to find the ones that belong together. And I'd rather just pick up one stupid alcohol marker and do it all. And you can get these on my shopping site. And if you do want to do that, I want to tell you guys something. That beautiful stamp of the month that I showed you at the very beginning, that's gone also after tonight because we have one stamp of the month for every month. Let's see. Oh, I'm not showing the right camera. Hello, Glenda. Hold on. So this beautiful thing is gone after tonight. If you put $50 worth of product in your cart, this is supposed to be $18.95. You will see that it's going to be, they're going to ask you to put it in your cart for $5. Anybody who places an order of $50 or above, I will give a private class to on stamping, alcohol markers, whatever you want. I will give you a private class, or if you want to do a class with other people, I will do that as well. By the way, I am less than $200 away from making the next level of what I want in my commission. It would give me a huge bump. So anything you guys do tonight before midnight Mountain Time would be greatly appreciated. But I love this. When I first saw this, by the way, I didn't want to even look at it because I just kept thinking about, all I saw was the mom, and my heart hurt about it. But now the more I look at it, I just think my mom would have loved these sayings, by the way. So I'm going to make something else with another picture of my mom, probably. And I want to color these flowers. I want to color them with alcohol markers, and I want to color them with watercolor pencils with a water brush. And if you don't know how to do that, by the way, I can show you how to do that as well. So if you place an order of $50 or more, just give me a quick, get a hold of me in Facebook, Glenda's Creative Place. Just go ahead and send me a message in Facebook, and then I'll get a hold of you. Let me know how I can reach you. Or I always give out my text number. I am not afraid. It's area code 714-328-1223. If you're ever stuck and you need help with something related to paper crafting or making t-shirts or something, you need help right away and can't get the kind of help you want, you can get a hold of me and we can Zoom, and you can have me share your screen and I will help you. That is what I love to do. That's why I decided to teach at Michael's, because I love helping people. So anybody have, I'm going to switch back to my face, even though God knows you guys should. Oh, and you know what? The sun's trying to come down. So let me see if I can, oh, I have to close the blinds. Hold on. And if you hear a lot of traffic in the background, it's because we're right by the beach. And, yeah, that's better. And although today is not as warm as it's been 80 for the last few days. Today I think it's like 70. It's still gorgeous, so there's lots of people going back and forth to the beach, which is something else I want to do if I can get up over 100 or over 1,000 subscribers. I have I bought a hookup that I hope is going to work to put my gimbal on my bike handles so I can put my phone and make it stay steady. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm hoping to. So one more time I want to tell you guys, because Melody's got a lot of stuff coming up. Tonight, The Joy is debuting on the Cricut.com site. Melody, before we go, will you drop that link? Please use Melody's link to help her help all of us, because she gets, even though your price stays the same, she gets a small commission when you use her links. Okay. Um, that will debut at, is that midnight tonight Mountain Time? I'm not sure. And then also, Melody, if you want to drop your HSN link, HSN, if you're in Eastern Time, it will debut midnight of the 3rd. So be there at like 11:55 or whatever. And then for the rest of us, so Eastern Time is midnight, Central Time is 11 p.m. on March 2nd, because I've had some questions about that. It's March 2nd, 10 p.m. Mountain, and 9 p.m. Pacific, where I'm at. If I were you guys, if you don't have the HSN app on your phone, or you don't have the hsn.com on your Outlook or your Chrome or something, I would put it in there and I would go looking early, because I am fairly certain it's going to sell out quick. If you've never used FlexPay before on HSN, go ahead and text me. You can call me, I don't care, and I will explain it to you and help you get it all set up ahead of time. So you make an account in HSN, put your card in, so as soon as you put something in your bag and place your order, it's like that. And HSN ships fast, you guys. And I know, because I live in Southern California, they have an I don't know what you call it, not a barracks, they have a center really close by. I can order something from HSN today and typically get it tomorrow. So it's very fast shipping. I know that HSN will have bundles that you will not be able to get anywhere else. That's their thing. And they're also going to have bundles with, I think, all the card inserts and all that stuff. And I also believe they're going to have bundles with the smart materials. And if you're not up on what's going on with the smart materials, on the Cricut Joy, you can put in smart labels, smart materials. You don't need a mat for the vinyl. But let me tell you something else. I cut vinyl on my maker all the time without a mat. You will lose a good inch or so on the top, because you have to insert it under, you have to make sure all your white star rollers are in the right place. Put it under there. You can do it, but I still use a mat most of the time, because I'm using scraps all the time. When you use vinyl, you keep those scraps. I'm going to grab something real quick before we go and show you guys. I have one of these for my HTV iron-on, and I have one of these for my adhesive vinyl. I want you to see this. I bought this at Dollar Tree, so it was $1. I labeled them. I put in my scraps, and also if I cut something out and I'm not ready to use it right now, I put them, let me move the iron-on that's sticking to it. I put them in saran wrap. Oh, let me move this, hold on. Again, I'm on the wrong camera. Okay, this I got for $1, and I labeled them whites, neutrals, blues, green, etc. When I cut something besides scraps, when I'm not ready, this is my daughter-in-law, I will, I'm going to save this for another day, and I will wrap it in saran wrap, and then when I'm ready, I will iron it on. This is something I did an extra Santa Cam thing. So make sure you're saving these little scraps. Look at these little dinky things. But do you know how many words you can get out of this? A lot. A lot. And I'm a huge fan of iron-on vinyl. I do not love adhesive vinyl because I don't want to mess with transfer paper if I don't have to, transfer tape. I love the fact that HTV iron-on has its own. So don't mess around. Put your scraps in something that you can get to. And mine stores like this in a cubby. And I can see right away it's the HTV scraps. These are the kind of things that I like to teach people that just make your life easier. So, yes, there is a Rainbow Bridge stamp set. I don't know if it's still available or not, but there's a Rainbow Bridge stamp set that goes, you can use that paper pup with, or there's also a different kind of pups on that stamp set. And unfortunately, I've had to use that. Oh, good. Creative. You keep me too. I'm so frugal about my scraps. All right. This has been very long. I tried to do everything as I could ahead of time. But did anybody learn anything as far as not being afraid of a scrapbook page versus a card, or a card versus a scrapbook page? There's a lot of sizes to scrapbook in. I like 12 by 12, but then again, you can do 6 by 6, 6 by 8, 8-inch all around, 8 by 10. It's kind of what you want to do with it, frankly. And I hope that I've showed you some things that help. I always make these so long because I want to teach everybody everything I can think of at the moment, because that's what I love. I love to help people. It is the joy of my life, and I hope I've helped some of you here. I hope if any of you were afraid to do one or the other, or didn't know how, you can see the same principles apply. Use the same title, use the same embellishments. I mean, we did it all. We have these together, and I'm not done. Like I said, I have to still alcohol mark them, but let me alcohol mark them. I mean, this is exactly the same. There's nothing different here. My title is on the page because it's 12 by 12. My title is in the card here. And we used the border, the same zip strip off the paper. I used all of this. I used this, almost all the 12 by 12. I have a little piece left over, which I'm going to keep. I keep all my scraps. And then this is an entire 12 by 12 zip strip here on the bottom. So it's not difficult. I don't want anybody to be scared about keeping their memories. It's so, so important, you guys. I wish I could explain in my heart the things that people have said to me after they have found their parents' albums that I helped them with, and the messages that I've gotten. I should have kept them all in a book over the years, but I haven't. But it is very much something that you better tell your own story, ladies, because who else can tell it but you? When you do a family scrapbook, don't forget to include yourself. Write something. Let's say you had a vacation where your family went to Disney, and there's a picture of all you guys standing in front of the Magic Castle or something. Write out of there. Think about how that picture makes you feel. Close your eyes and think about it. What are the memories that come into your mind right there? How do you feel about being there with your family, with your kids? What kind of sounds are around you? What kind of smells are around you? You can write it in 1 or 2 lines, or you can write a paragraph and really describe it. There's so many different ways to write down your memories, but it is important that you talk about yourself, not just your family, not just, every picture shouldn't be, here's the family, Glenda, Matthew, Ryan, Sean, and Mo. Okay, lovely. But how did it make me feel? What did my kids say to me after I took them there? Those are the kind of things that later on will mean so, so much, you guys. So give it a try. All right? Let's see. I did not help you eliminate. Yes, I'm going to be doing journaling, Bonnie, and I will be putting it under my mom's picture here. It's going to be, I have to measure it and figure out what I want to say. There's so many things to say about this because she was such a riot. She's on a bull, and she's like waving a big white napkin like, yee-haw! And then she was all embarrassed after, which it's not easy to embarrass her, by the way, but she was all embarrassed after, and she was all flushed. I have it in the video. I think I might try that trick where I bought some of those things from HSN. We were supposed to be able to use a scan that goes to a video. Oh, that'd be a good idea. You guys are helping me too. And this is what I love about our community. We all help each other. I think that when I do that journaling, I'm going to try to either do a QR code to take it straight to my video, or use that stuff I bought on HSN, which is also like a QR code maker. And so that anybody later on can put their phone with a QR reader over it and go straight to the video. Because you obviously cannot put the video in, you know, on here. But I could certainly throw in the journaling over here on the side or under here. I could put a QR code of some kind. You guys, that's such a good idea. Thank you guys. Okay, I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait a few seconds, see if there's any last minute questions. If you're trying to place an order tonight at all, if you have any trouble, don't hesitate to text me. Let me tell you again, it's area code 714-328-1223. Will somebody throw it in the chat? Judy, will you throw that in the chat? Area code 714-328-1223. You can text me. It's no worry. I'm in Pacific time, but my phone's pretty much on until about 11 or so at night. So if you have any questions or any problems, don't hesitate. And if you run into trouble and you're trying to do something and you need to talk to somebody immediately, that's why I give out my text number. All my students from Michael's have it. I put it on my business card and they use it, and it makes me happy because that's what I want to do. So let me see if we can get Judy to drop that phone number. Hi, thank you, Joy. There you go. So there's the phone number. If you need it, don't hesitate to call. And remember that this stamp sale, and there's hundreds of them. And by the way, when you go to my link, that bit.ly.Glenda-Stamptacular, when you go to that link, the first thing you're going to see are all the little stamps. So just, you know, unless there's a sport, most of it's sports. If there's a sport things you like I like the soccer ball, obviously, and the golf for my hubby, go run down through, and then you'll start getting into more of the section with all of the stamps and stamps with die. Because there's, by the way, also the fonts are on sale. And there's some amazing fonts. So don't forget that as well. You guys, thank you so much for coming. I know, as always, this was long. I hope everybody learned something, and I hope it helped quell the fear factor that making yourself a scrapbook page is really not any different. A scrapbook page is a bigger card, and a card is a smaller scrapbook page. Period. That's it. You use the same rules of 3 generally. Try to use your odd numbers, like there, like in the scrapbook page, we got boom, 1, 2, 3. Here we have 1. Because what that does is it guides your eyes around the page of what you want people to see. So try, and it doesn't have to be 3. It can be any odd number, but that they call it the rules of 3. I hope that helped. Yeah, the sports ones. I have the soccer ball. I think there's a couple of golf ones. I have those too. I really appreciate you guys coming. Again, if you want to grab anything on that stamp sale, it's bit.ly/Glenda. You can either do Glenda-shopping and then find it under the promos, or Glenda-Stamptacular. Appreciate it, everybody. Don't forget to craft yourself a beautiful life. That's what we have in our love for this, that we're able to do for ourselves and for other people. You're able to make beautiful things and keep them or give them away. People love homemade gifts, let me tell you. In fact, I'm going to post one on my Facebook. I finally got a picture, because I didn't take a picture, which was my stupidity, but of something that I gave somebody a couple weeks ago, and she loves it. And you guys can do the same thing. I put it on a canvas. I used iron-on, Cricut iron-on. I could have used adhesive vinyl, but as I say, I don't love adhesive vinyl. I love iron-on. And I used my baby Easy Press and put it on a canvas. I did 2 of them, one for one person, one for the other, and they loved them. And it was perfect for the time of their life. So don't forget, I'm signing off. This is Glenda Canuti with Glenda's Creative Place. Do not forget to craft yourself a beautiful life. Bye, everyone.